Welcome to the CommCat Tutorials. I'm Howard, W6HN. In this tutorial, I'll cover the DX Spot Manager sidebars and how to use them. The sidebar panel is located on the left-hand side of the DX Spot Manager. It contains a number of useful functions that help you as you operate or when you're trying to isolate spots that you need. I've selected the Spot Info panel. Here you can see the information that's been collected for 7Z1HL. You may not always want the sidebar to show on the DX Spot Manager. To hide it, click Sidebar on the DX Spot Manager toolbar. To bring it back, click the Sidebar button once more. You can also hide the sidebar by clicking the X in the sidebar caption. The Spot Info panel gets its information from your callbook source, normally QRZ.com, and also myqsx.net. Click any spot to gather its information. The Spot Info window has 5 tabs. The Info tab shows basic information about the spot, name and location. The Bio tab shows biographical information. The Spots tab shows the last 24 hours of spots that have appeared on the spot list for that particular station. The Bands tab shows the bands on which that station has appeared. CW red, digital mode green, voice blue. And finally, the Dates tab shows a calendar so you can tell when that station has been on the air. Today is the 9th. You can see the 9 highlighted. The 8th has spots. The 7th has spots. The 31st of March does not have any spots. There have been 507 spots for 7Z1HL since last October. Click the left arrow to go back in time to see the results from previous months. The Sidebar Folder panel shows folders that you've set up to collect spots that have been processed by the DX Spot Manager rule system. Click the Folder button at the bottom of the Sidebar panel to open the Folder panel. You can see all the folders that are there to collect spots that come through the DX Spot Manager. The inbox is the main box for the entire system. All spots pass through the inbox. The bold number 106 says that 106 spots have arrived since the last time you tuned to a spot. When you double-click any spot, that number is set to 0. The Band Mode panel is the first of several panels that allow you to quickly sort spots. Open the Band Mode panel by clicking the microphone button at the bottom of the sidebar panel. You can see that there are selections for bands and modes. Click the 20 meter button to see all spots arriving on 20 meters. If you want to add spots that are also arriving on 40 meters, use Control Click. You get a combination of both 20 and 40 meter spots. To look at spots that are only CW on those two bands, open the Mode tab and click CW. We can go back to the Bands tab and choose other frequencies. For example, we might want to look at all the work bands. Here you can see spots for 12, 17, and 30 meters. To reset all filters, right-click over the Band Mode panel and select Reset All Filters. The Continent panel provides a quick way to filter spots by continent. You can filter based on the spot itself, the DX spot, or based on the continent of the spotter. To look at all spots from Europe, click the EU button. If you want to also look at all spots from Africa, use Control Click and click AF for Africa. To narrow the list down to only those spots that were originated by somebody in North America, click the Spotter tab and then the NA button. Now we'll see spots only from spotters in North America for Europe and Africa. To clear the filter, right-click over the Continent panel and choose Reset All Filters. Use the Direction panel to quickly filter spots based on the bearing to the DX. If you wish to look at all spots that are coming from a bearing of 45 degrees, click the 45 button. If you wish to include all spots coming from 90 degrees, click the 90 button using Control Click. You can rotate your antenna if you have equipped CommCat to do so with the Rotate 45 button. The award panel filters spots based on whether you need those spots for a particular award. The awards that are covered include DXEC, IOTA, WAZ, WAS, WPX, and County. Here we're looking at the DXCC Mixed Award for 20 meters. If you want to include all spots that you need for the 5-band DXCC, use Control-Click to add the additional bands. The watch panel filters spots based on the first few letters of a DX call. As you type letters in the call box, the spots are filtered based on that letter. For example, when we type the letter K, all spots starting with the letter K are shown. If I add to that a G, now only KG spots are shown. If I change that to a P, all KP spots are shown. And finally, if I add a 2, we see that all KP2 spots are shown. This concludes descriptions of the panels that filter spots. The next panels I'll describe have to do with operating aids. The operating aids include a panel for unit conversion, a panel for an ID timer, and finally a panel for a general-purpose notepad. To use the conversion calculator, enter a value into the text box, then scroll down to the unit you wish to use. In this case, 20 kilometers equals 12.4 miles. To see the remaining operating aid buttons, drag the handle on the shortcut bar at the bottom of the sidebar. Click the hourglass to open the ID timer. The ID timer starts at 9 minutes and 30 seconds when you click Start. When the timer reaches 0, you can have CommCat flash the display, show a pop-up warning you that the time is up, or make a sound. The Notes panel lets you keep track of any information you wish to keep from session to session. Open the Note panel by clicking the Note icon in the shortcut bar. Type any information you wish to save. You can also drag a spot from the spot list into the Notes panel in order to keep information about call signs and frequencies. This concludes the DX Spot Manager Sidebar tutorial. Thank you for visiting. This is Howard, W6HN, wishing you 73.